Switzerland is known to be one of the most stunningly beautiful and most peaceful places in the world. And when it comes to maintaining world peace, the Swiss seem to understand what true serenity really means. The nation is renowned for being among the most impartial in the entire world. But the list doesn't stop there. Switzerland also has a high standard of living and is routinely listed as one of the best countries in the world. So, let's now dive into the reasons why everyone is in love with Switzerland. Number 10, political system. Switzerland has a unique political system. The country can be regarded as a relatively calm seat in the volatile political environment of today. The nation's system of government is responsible for some of the stability. While that may seem obvious, politics in Switzerland are unique compared to those of any other advanced country. Thanks to direct democracy, sovereignty resides with the people, who exercise supreme political power. In Switzerland, the 7 members that make up the Federal Council are responsible for the decisions and policies. However, citizens are able to propose votes on specific issues themselves. The popular initiative also allows citizens to propose an amendment or addition to the Constitution, which the authorities can then issue a counter-proposal to its citizens. Political enthusiasts and those looking for momentary relief from the frantic world of politics would definitely appreciate Switzerland. Number 9, proximity to other countries. Switzerland's remote location makes it easier for you to travel by land to neighboring countries. The country shares boundaries with the tiny nation of Liechtenstein, as well as France, Germany, Italy, and Austria. Italy borders Switzerland on the south, France on the west, Germany on the north, and Austria and Liechtenstein on the east. These countries are easily accessible by train. You can easily plan a trip through Switzerland on a longer tour of southern and central Europe. Due to the proximity of Switzerland to other neighboring countries, it has helped to make it a place of cultural diversity, influenced by neighbors across all borders, yet still staying distinctly Swiss. And for those that don't speak the native language, don't worry, English is commonly spoken in the majority of the tourist destinations. Number 8, cleanliness. Switzerland is renowned for being one of the cleanest countries in the world and serves as home to some of the cities with the best quality of life. Its population naturally values cleanliness and they work to maintain it. They have no tolerance for littering the environment or the streets. You will literally see trash cans on every corner, so it is advisable to make use of them. The Swiss also make great efforts to take public transportation, and they go as far as encouraging their children to ride their bikes or walk to school to help keep the air clean. Their love for nature contributes to their environment, and given that they enjoy a variety of outdoor activities, it is easy to understand why they are so passionate about preserving nature. Number 7, healthcare system. The standard of healthcare in Switzerland is extraordinarily good. In fact, the healthcare system in Switzerland is regarded as one of the best in the world. On the 2018 European Health Consumer Index, Switzerland comes in first place. Known for their expertise in research, medical advancements, and new treatments, many top researchers and famous pharmaceutical groups such as Novartis and Hoffmann La Roche are based here. The country also has great respect for its patients' privacy and personal space. And this is one of the biggest reasons why it is famous among VIPs who value feeling comfortable with their doctor's skills while knowing that their privacy is secure. This is just one of the reasons why 90% of users express moderate to strong satisfaction with the healthcare system. Number 6, low unemployment rate. The Switzerland labor market is known for its stability and low unemployment rate. Working conditions in many industries are governed by collective labor agreements between employee organizations and employers. The country is one of the most flexible labor markets in the world, and strikes are extremely uncommon. According to the most recent poll by the State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, the number of persons in Switzerland requesting unemployment benefits decreased under 90,000 in September 22. This is the lowest unemployment rate recorded since 2001. One defining factor influencing the low unemployment rate recorded in Switzerland is the fact that the majority of the employed workforce are highly educated and specialized, which ultimately enables the nation to offer high-end jobs at higher wages, and this usually guarantees a greater level of production and efficiency. Number 5, tax system. Switzerland is known to be a global tax haven because of its tax privacy rules and low tax rates. Due to its low rates on taxes on international business and individuals, it continues to be at the top of the list of favorite tax havens. Despite pressure from the US and EU, Switzerland still has some advantages for the wealthy to live and keep their money there, even though it is no longer a place to hide your money. Contrary to popular belief, Switzerland does not permit foreigners to live within its borders and conduct tax-free banking. However, the wealthy can choose a low-cost lump sum payment option for the money they keep in domestic banks, and the government will consider their taxes paid. To make things simple, the government bases the amount of tax that immigrants are required to pay on 7 times their monthly rent. The nation taxes households rather than individuals, and this makes taxes for couples easier and occasionally less expensive. Number 4, educational system. Education in Switzerland is often more economical than in the United States, which is something to love. High standards and active learning-based teaching strategies are the hallmark of the higher education system that operates in Switzerland. Surprisingly, about 20% of students who enroll in Swiss institutions are foreigners. The country does not have a set system of tuition fees, which is in contrast to other European countries, and it is recognized as one of the less expensive nations in terms of paying for university tuition. Also in teaching, research, knowledge, and international outlook, institutions in Switzerland are ranked consistently high in their performance. Switzerland also offers highly paid academic positions, and citizenship is typically not a requirement for employment. Number 3, public transportation system. The public transportation system in Switzerland is among the best in the world. Nearly every region of the nation, including inaccessible mountainous locations, is accessible by bus or train. It is one of the nations where people use public transportation the most, particularly the train. Speaking of trains in Switzerland, when asked what they love most about the country, the majority of visitors would gush about the weird train experiences. It is known to have one of the world's most advanced rail systems, which is serviced by more than 40 distinct railroad companies. As a result, there is always a train that can carry you to your destination, whether it is the throbbing metropolis of Zurich, the tranquil town of Zermatt, or even the Swiss Alps. Swiss railways serve as a crucial part of the Swiss travel experience, in addition to being convenient. This is so that travelers can experience Switzerland's breathtaking alpine scenery, and many train routes are built to facilitate this. Number 2, safe place to live. Because of Switzerland's close proximity to other nations, you might assume that safety is a concern, given the convergence of so many diverse cultures in one location. But the opposite is definitely true. Because not only is Switzerland safe, it is really safe. One of the nations with the greatest living standards and the most stable economies, Switzerland is also among the safest places to live and travel. You need worry more about avalanches, rock falls, and injuring yourself doing outdoor activities than you do about being victim to crime. It has consistently appeared on lists of the safest places in the world. Even in the middle of the night, you'll feel secure moving around because it's Switzerland. With that being said, no place is ever completely without crime. But in Switzerland, the types of crimes that you should be more aware of are the more nuanced sorts, such as pickpockets and scams. Number 1, mountains and scenery. As assumed, the reason most people love Switzerland is because of the amazing mountains and stunning scenery. The most stunning scenery in Switzerland can be found among the incredible mountains, numerous lakes, and charming villages. These natural features are what make Switzerland the ideal holiday, adventure, and vacation destination for lovers of all things outdoors. Mountains and high peak Alps cover 60% of the country's area, and even though Switzerland is physically a small country, the decision of where to visit first might feel practically overwhelming. The country has so much to offer, and every city in Switzerland has its own distinct personality, with various landscapes and a particular way of life. Cities such as Zurich, Bern, Geneva, and Basel provide a different viewpoint in Switzerland, and its varied cultures is the reason why this amazing country is so adored.